correction, not proofread, contains errors. Opening parenthesis. Readers are encouraged to correct the text with the help of PDF version provided. Contents. Analysis of jhana. Analysis according to the discourses. Analysis according to Abhidhamma. Interrogation. Analysis of jhana. Analysis according to the discourses. Herein a bhikkhu dwells restrained and controlled by the fundamental precepts. Endowed with behaviour and a alms resort. Seeing peril in slightest faults. Observing he trains himself in the precepts. Guarded as to the doors of the controlling faculties. In food knowing the right amount. In the first wat of the night and in the last wat of the night practising the practice of vigilance. With intense effort and penetration practising the practice of development of enlightenment states. He, in approaching and in departing, acts with awareness. In looking ahead and in looking around he acts with awareness. In bending and in straining he acts with awareness. In bearing the outer robe, the alms bowl and the under robe, he acts with awareness. In eating, in drinking, in viewing, in tasting, he acts with awareness. In obeying the calls of nature he acts with awareness. In walking, in standing, in sitting, in sleeping, in waking, in talking, in being silent, he acts with awareness. He approaches a secluded abode. A forest. The foot of a tree. A mountain. A wadi. A hill cave. A cemetery. A remote forest. A desolate place. A heap of straw. Having little noise, having little tumult, free from the atmosphere of humans, secret from men, suitable for retirement. He, having gone to a forest or having gone to the foot of a tree or having gone to an empty place, sits folding crosswise, holding the body erect, setting up mindfulness in front. He, abandoning covetousness in the world dwells with consciousness freed from covetousness. He cleanses his consciousness of covetousness. Abandoning ill will and antipathy, he dwells having consciousness without ill will, compassionate for the welfare of all living beings. He cleanses his consciousness of ill will and lit. Meaning, JHE equals that fee thinks closely, and that fee burns. Jhana's states in fee concentration is attained fully, and in fee the hindrances are inhibited. The Book of Analysis. Antipathy. Abandoning sloth and torpor he dwells freed from sloth and torpor, having bright perception, mindful and aware. He cleanses his consciousness of sloth and torpor. Abandoning distraction and remorse he dwells without distraction having internally quiet consciousness. He cleanses his consciousness of distraction and remorse. Abandoning doubt, doubt overcome, he dwells without uncertainty as to good states. He cleanses his consciousness of doubt. Abandoning these 5 hindrances mental corruptions and attenuation of wisdom. He, aloof from sense pleasures, aloof from bad states, attains and dwells in the first jhana accompanied by initial application, accompanied by sustained application, with zest and pleasure born of determent. Inhibiting initial application and sustained application he attains and dwells in the second jhana with internal refinement. Exalted development of mind, without initial application, without sustained application, with zest and pleasure born of concentration. He, desireless of zest, dwells equable, mindful, aware, and he experiences pleasure by way of the body. This the noble ones declare, the equable, mindful dweller in pleasure. He attains and dwells in the third jhana, by the abandoning of pleasure and by the abandoning of pain. Then first terminating mental pleasure and mental pain he attains and dwells in the fourth jhana neither pain nor pleasure purity of mindfulness caused by equanimity. Having wholly passed the perceptions of form by terminating perceptions of impingement. By not attending to diversity of perceptions, thus, infinite is space, he attains and dwells in the state of infinity of space. Having wholly passed the state of infinity of space, thus, infinite is consciousness, he attains and dwells in the state of infinity of consciousness. Having wholly passed the state of infinity of consciousness, thus, there is nothing whatever, he attains and dwells in the state of nothingness. Having wholly passed the state of nothingness, he attains and dwells in the state of neither perception nor non-perception. The summary. Herein means of this view, of this ability, of this OICE, in this holding, in this truth, in this discipline, in this doctrine, in this exposition, in analysis of jhana, this supreme practice, in this teeing of the tiya. Therefore this is called herein. Bhikkhu means bhikkhu by designation, bhikkhu by acknowledgement, bhikkhu because of mendicancy, bhikkhu by habit of mendicancy, bhikkhu by raying going for alms, bhikkhu by wearing cut-up cloth, bhikkhu by destroying evil bad states, bhikkhu by having destroyed evil bad states, bhikkhu by the limited abandoning of the corruptions, bhikkhu by the unlimited abandoning of the corruptions, bhikkhu by of the 7 supramundane stages, bhikkhu by of the final supramundane stage, bhikkhu by neither of the 7 supramundane stages nor of the final supramundane stage, bhikkhu by excellence, bhikkhu by goodness, bhikkhu by fineness, bhikkhu by essential principles, ordained bhikkhu by the united sangha by means of faultless, reasonable action having declaration as the 4th fundamental precept, means morality, foundation, beginning, footing, mastery, restraint, foremost, IEF for the attainment of good states. Restraint means bodily non-transgression, verbal non-transgression, both bodily and verbal non-transgression. Controlled means possessed of this restraint by the fundamental precepts, he is well possessed, attained, well attained, endowed, well endowed, furnished. Therefore this is called restrained and controlled by the fundamental precepts. Dwells means assumes the 4 postures, exists, protects, keeps going, maintains, turns about, dwells. Therefore this is called dwells. Endowed with behaviour and alms resort, means there is behaviour. There is improper behaviour. Therein what is improper behaviour? Bodily transgression, verbal transgression, both bodily and verbal transgression. This is called improper behavior. Also all wrong morality is improper behavior. Herein a certain one makes a living by giving bamboo, or by giving leaves, or by giving flowers, or by giving fruit, or by giving soap powder, or by giving toothsticks, or by servile behavior, or by bean soup behavior, or by dandling behavior, or by being a foot messenger, or by any other wrong livelihood rejected by the Buddha. This is called improper behavior. Therein what is behavior? Bodily non-transgression, verbal non-transgression, both bodily and verbal non-transgression. This is called behavior. Also all moral restraint is behavior. Herein a certain one makes a living by not giving bamboo, by not giving leaves, by not giving flowers, by not giving fruit, by not giving soap powder, by not giving toothsticks, by non-servile behavior, by non-bean soup behavior, by non-dandling behavior, by not being a foot messenger nor by any other wrong livelihood rejected by the Buddha. This is called behavior. Alms resort means there is alms resort. There is unsuitable alms resort. Therein what is unsuitable alms resort? Herein a certain one resorts to prostitutes for alms, or resorts to widows for alms, or resorts to spinsters for alms, or resorts to eunuchs for alms, or resorts to bhikkhunis for alms, or resorts to public houses for alms. He dwells consorting with kings' ministers, with heretics, with followers of heretics in unbefitting relationship. Also those families with no confidence, who are displeased, who are not founts of benevolence, who are abusive and censuring, who are ill-wishers, who are wishers of adversity, wishers of discomfort, who do not wish for safety from the bonds for bhikkhus, for bhikkhunis, for male devotees, for female devotees. Su families he depends on, approes, frequents. This is called unsuitable alms resort. Therein what is suitable alms resort? Herein a certain one does not resort to prostitutes for alms, does not resort to widows for alms, does not resort to spinsters for alms, does not resort to eunuchs for alms, does not resort to bhikkhunis for alms, does not resort to public houses for alms. He dwells not consorting with kings' ministers, with heretics, with followers of heretics in unbefitting relationship. However, those families with confidence, who are pleased, who are founts of benevolence, are radiant with yellow robes, the draught of entering and departing bhikkhus, who are well-wishers, wishers of welfare, wishers of comfort, who wish for safety from the bonds for bhikkhus, for bhikkhunis, for male devotees, for female devotees. Analysis of jhana. Su families he depends on, approes, frequents. This is called alms resort. Thus of this behaviour and of this alms resort he is possessed, furnished. Therefore this is called, endowed with behaviour and a alms resort. Seeing peril in slightest faults means therein what are slightest faults? Those faults fee are trifling, insignificant, light, said to be light, and fee should cause mastery, should cause restraint, should cause the rise of consciousness, should attract attention. These are called slightest faults. Thus in these slightest faults he sees fault, he sees peril, he sees danger, he sees escape. Therefore this is called, seeing peril in slightest faults. Observing he trains himself in the precepts means therein what are the precepts? 4 types of precepts are for bhikkhus, bhikkhu precepts. For bhikkhunis, bhikkhuni precepts. For male devotees, male devotee precepts. For female devotees, female devotee precepts. These are called the precepts. Thus he exists observing these precepts exclusively, completely, without remainder, entirely. Therefore this is called, observing he trains himself in the precepts. Guarded as to the doors of the controlling faculties. Means there is guarding as to the doors of the controlling faculties. There is not guarding as to the doors. Therein what is, not guarding as to the doors of the controlling faculties? Herein a certain one seeing a visible with the eye takes in the general appearance, takes in the detail. For whatever reason a person is dwelling without controlling the controlling faculty of eye, covetousness and mental pain, evil bad states may follow. He does not exercise restraint thereof. He does not safeguard the controlling faculty of eye. He does not undertake restraint in the controlling faculty of eye. Hearing and audible with the ear. Smelling and odorous with the nose. Tasting a sapid with the tongue. Doing a tangible with the body. Cognizing and ideational with the mind takes in the general appearance, takes in the detail. For whatever reason a person is dwelling without controlling the controlling faculty of mind, covetousness and mental pain, evil bad states may follow. He does not exercise restraint thereof. He does not safeguard the controlling faculty of mind. He does not undertake restraint in the controlling faculty of mind. That fee of these 6 controlling faculties is not guarding, not being guarded, not safeguarding, not restraint. This is called, not guarding as to the doors of the controlling faculties. P. Complete EA in general form of first example. Therein what is, guarding as to the doors of the controlling faculties? Herein a certain one seeing a visible with the eye does not take in the general appearance, does not take in the detail. For whatever reason a person is dwelling without controlling the controlling faculty of eye, covetousness and mental pain, evil bad states may follow. He exercises restraint thereof. He safeguards the controlling faculty of eye. He undertakes restraint in the controlling faculty of eye. Hearing and audible with the ear. Smelling and odorous with the nose. Tasting a sapid with the tongue. Doing a tangible with the body. Recognizing an ideational with the mind does not take in the general appearance, does not take in the detail. For whatever reason a person is dwelling without controlling the controlling faculty of mind, covetousness and mental pain, evil bad states may follow. He exercises restraint thereof. He safeguards the controlling faculty of mind. He undertakes restraint in the controlling faculty of mind. That fee of these 6 controlling faculties is guarding, being guarded, safeguarding, restraint. This is called guarding as to the